Hello everyone, I'm Gary Martin and today I'm going to be having a high face bunker lesson off James Robinson.
And he's going to do it now.
How are you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, good. So if you watch James's channel, you'll know this is a video that's been inspired by our trip to St Andrews.
Been inspired by the comment section.
Yeah, definitely. Get in the comments and have a look. They're a bit brutal with me, but it's inspired this, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it has, mate. And you know what? There's so many people who will get a lot from this, I hope, as well. So obviously we're going to have a look at your bunker technique. We're going to keep it fairly simple. But, I mean, if ever you find yourself here, you need to know how to get it up and out, don't you?
Well, I was caught out with a very basic technique which works for me at local courses, but when you've got, like, you know, a face like this, you need a different approach, don't you? You need something that's going to create a high trajectory. And, you know, just to give you a bit of a you know, a bit more information about what I do, I try and keep it very much like a pitch stroke. So I don't open the face too much, I don't open the stance, I play very square on, I keep the club face square, and I try to play a bit more of an inter square to in swing, but I keep my weight up on the, you know, front knee, a little bit of a reversed spine, and try to make sure I hit behind the ball. And for me that works, you know, for most of the golf I play. Yeah. But at St Andrews, you know, it's typical, I was hitting like here all the time.
I'll send you the screenshots, guys, to put on. They'll see it now as you overlay it. So play. Will do now.
This is a David Duval ball.
Ooh!
This is a shock, isn't it? I'm going to have to come out sideways, aren't I?
What do You've Been Framed give you? 250? 250 quid from You've Been Framed, do you get? This is at you two, this.
I've got no other way.
Overlay it. So play us a couple, guys, and let's have a look at. So the flag, we're not really going for the flag. The flag's right at the back of this green. You never really need to go for that.
So I'll start with my normal technique.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So I'd shuffle in, hang over the front knee, reverse this spine, and I'm trying now to hit the sand and get the club to slide underneath the ball.
That's one you do get though, mate, isn't it? That's
a little bit heavy. I think I've looked up for it. Do you know what? Because I know my technique enough to get out, I'm kind of like looking up for it.
Oof.
That one just made it.
Yeah, that's actually a really good shot, guys, as well.
They're just making it though, aren't they?
Skimmed like there, hasn't it?
Literally just, and you know, in a competition and a medal, you can't afford for that, can you?
You can't. So let me show you a few things, guys, that can potentially help this out. So generally what we need in bunkers is lots of loft, especially here. We're here at the world-renowned Woolley Park 16th hole. This is one of the biggest bunkers in Yorkshire. So if I was going to take this on, the first thing I'm going to do is open the face, but I'm not necessarily just going to smash it open and then open my stance and cut across it like a lot of people do, because that gives you a bit of a glancing blow on the ball. What I like to do is open the face but then lower the handle down so my hands are really low.
Right.
That brings the face plane tilt up so the loft is still pointing towards the hole, just with more loft.
I like that.
So ball at the front of the stance so I can get nice and shallow. Face open, handle down, and then as I come down into the ball, I feel like I release the club fairly early, hit the sand early, but it's that shallow that it glides through the sand using the bounce. We all hear about the magical bounce, but a lot of people don't use it. So hopefully now you can really see that that's floated up in the air. So I've released the club so much.
That's what I'm looking for.
Exactly that, whereas I feel like yours is almost more of a kind of dig down into the ball using that leading edge.
Yeah.
But if I wanted it further, I'd rely on that length of swing, and the loft's there, so all it's going to do is go even further like that. So,
fantastic.
I mean, that's such a simple thing to do, but often, I mean, we're pros, we know what we're doing, but sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a different idea. So
I think being a golf pro, you know, it's really good for me that, because actually I understand everything you're saying, you know, about the face plane tilt, which is going to, you know, correct or square the club face almost. So we're opening it up to get the loft. and then we're lowering the hands to almost get it pointing back to target. So it's great that I understand that.
And one of the key things is, Gaz, for you, is that your sternum, so where your microphone is there, doesn't move that way.
It don't reverse too
No,
much.
it keeps going towards the target, because otherwise you'll blade it into that bank. Lots of release. Good.
It's got more height.
Yeah, straight away that was higher, wasn't it? It wasn't. It wasn't the best by any means, but I always find that in this situation, it's not how good you're good; it's how bad you're bad. If that was your worst shot up in St Andrews.
So, are you lowering yourself?
Yeah, I'm lowering myself to allow myself to lower the handle.
Yeah. So I've really got that face open now.
Love it. And you see what it does, it comes out with a neutral spin as well. This is what Pete Cowan talks about a lot. So you can actually see the golf ball come out with just playing backspin on it rather than side spin.
What I like about that as well, it's allowing me to play an inter-square to in swing, so I'm not having to cut across it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that I'm just, it's a normal pitch style swing that all I'm doing is opening the face and lowering the hands. So I'm not having to change too much.
Nice, look how high that's gone as well.
And do you know, because I'm actually engaging the bounce
could go
more.
In. That might have gone in, that one. Sorry.
I'm actually getting the confidence to actually accelerate and hit more.
And you see the wedge you're using, guys, is perfect for this. That's a K grind, isn't it, if I can zoom in?
Yeah.
So it's got loads of bounce on there, so it's going to glide through that sand gloriously and straight through. Even there, have a go at that from there.
Wow.
With the face wide open, because you can get it going up your nostril, you've just got to release it early enough.
Right, let's try it.
Face open, handle lower, so crouch lower, wider stance. And release. Just watch you follow through. Out.
It's out.
There.
Well, I couldn't have tackled that at St Andrews, could I?
Because you didn't have the dynamic loft to be able to do so, or the angle of attack going into the ball. So, I mean, you know what, guys, that's a really quick, simple lesson, but I think there's a lot of people who will find that really helpful.
Do you know what, James? Really impressed with that lesson, and I think anybody that's, needs to experiment with playing a higher lofted bunker shot, I think that's brilliant. I
mean, you look at the guys on tour, you look at John Rahm could do that with a 4-iron.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the skill set's there for you as well, not so much with a 4-iron, but opening the wedge up, using the dynamic loft and getting it going that way.
So people might be wondering, well, don't I know that being a golf pro? But it's not something that we actually use that much, is it, in a round of golf? In the areas we live. I
think the big thing for me, guys, is you're a good bunker player, apart from when you're faced with something like that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would be the same.
Yeah, it's just one of them shots in a round that unless you play a links course, you don't tend to have that much, do you?
No.
Or unless you play at Woolley, of course.
No. But, yeah, they're all out there now, so well done.
But no, I appreciate that, James, and thank you very much.
No problem.
So you've enjoyed that lesson today, guys. I've learnt a lot, and I hope you guys have. And I thank you again, James, for coming on.
No problem. Huge thanks to the guys at Woolley for hosting us in this miraculous bunker. Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.